Just got a call from the stink factory. They said you didn't come in today. Oh, what's that? You started using Cheeky soap from usecheeky.com? Nice, alright. I'll let them know you won't be going back. Did you hear about the woman who divorced her husband after ChatGPT analyzed his coffee? How the fuck does that work? Sounds like she was just fishing for an excuse to divorce her husband. Woman files for divorce after ChatGPT reads husband's affair in coffee cup. Wow, it's like a tarot card. Greek woman ended her 12-year marriage because ChatGPT told her to. Not directly, of course, but close enough. She took photos of the grounds left in the cups and asked ChatGPT to interpret them following a rising trend of AI-assisted tasseography. The fuck is tasseography? Divination or fortune-telling method that interprets patterns in tea leaves, coffee grounds, or wine sediments. I love that. I absolutely love that. That would be a great video. You say that, and it's something I've wanted to do for a while. When we were in New Orleans, there was like an entire row of people near Bourbon Street, like around that park. I think it's Jackson Park or something. Like there's just, it was at least 20 different people, all set up fortune-telling booths and doing like palm readings, tarot card readings, and all that shit. And like the idea is super silly, but it just feels bad because that's a human being there that actually believes that lunacy. So I just feel obligated to go along with it as opposed to like teasing. It wouldn't be fun, it'd just be sad. What about doing it yourself? What, becoming a tasseography expert reading fucking tea leaves and coffee grounds? That could be fun. That could be hype, actually, yeah. But I don't even know how I'd how would I even need to master it? I can just bullshit. Show me your tea leaves. Yep, he's cheating. Sorry to tell you. Like, I feel like I don't need training. Look up how to do it on YouTube. Alright. I'll look at a little tutorial in a second. I want to see what it saw, though. The chatbot saw signs of infidelity, specifically that her husband was fantasizing about a woman whose name started with E, and that this woman was trying to destroy their family. So she filed for a divorce. One day, she made us Greek coffee and thought it'd be fun to take pictures of the cups and have ChatGPT read them. He didn't take it seriously. I laughed it off as nonsense, but she didn't. She told me to leave, informed our kids about the divorce, and the next thing I knew, I was getting a call from her lawyer. What a fucking psycho. She had previously followed an astrologer's prediction a year earlier. What the hell is this? What is going on right now? That was... Oh my god, that was all an ad. This is shameful, Vice. I know you guys have fallen on hard times from being absolutely useless these days, but come on, really? This is awful. What is this website? The divorces set off a wave of commentary on Greek social media, pulled in opinions from actual tasseography practitioners. I love that. Actual tasseography, as if there's like a right way of reading fucking tea leaves. Who are quick to point out that photographing leftover sludge isn't how it works. Traditional readings also consider foam patterns, the swirl, and the saucer. This wasn't divination, just the algorithms doing their thing. Oh yeah, and what you guys do is so much more refined. It's the same shit. They totally forgot to analyze the swirl. ChatGPT cannot be trusted with these divinations. Alright, let's see how you can read some tea leaves.
Welcome back, witches. Today we are talking tea leaf reading 101. So reading tea leaves is a form of divination. It involves looking at the placement and formation of the tea leaves that remain in your teacup after you have drank the tea to get information about the past, present, and future.
So, if I may, not to immediately interrupt the introductory course lesson, why? Why would tea leaves be able to tell me about my past, present, and future? I have no connection to the tea leaves. I just fucking drank it. Could we then also not just extend this to everything I eat? Like the potato chip crumbs at the end of a bag when I finish eating those? Why tea leaves in particular?
First, let's talk supplies. So obviously you are going to need some sort of cup. And if possible, you should use a teacup. So that is what I have here. This is actually my parents' china, and I'm pretty sure it's their wedding china, I think. So it is particularly fun and decorative, but Teacups are generally better than mugs for doing a tea leaves themselves. Coarse,
Does she
dried,
do a reading?
loose leaf tea
Okay, here we
is
go.
the best. And here is the tea. So I added a teaspoon of black tea leaves and poured hot water over the leaves, filling the cup. This would be a good time while it is steeping to call on the quarters, because all of the elements are represented here. You have earth in the tea leaves, the water obviously that you poured over the leaves, fire is the heat from the water, and air is the steam from the water. And you're just going to want to sip your tea as you meditate on yours.
I feel like that's a bit of a stretch.
So you can do general life tea leaf readings, but the more specific you are, the better answers that you're going to get and the more clear the reading will be. You want to hold the handle in your left hand and swirl the liquid around clockwise in the cup 3 times.
This looks like a pretty
Place a note
serious
on
one.
your
What's it
saucer,
say?
and then flip the cup over to
Is it an Amber Alert?
allow all of this excess liquid and tea leaves to drain onto the neck. And then you flip it right side up.
Oh, Jesus. Yep, I knew it.
You want to turn the teacup so the handle is facing you. And then we get into the interpretation, which there are no right or wrong answers, so this is one of the more difficult forms of divination.
I love that. There's no right or wrong answers. Why? Why is there not right and wrong answers? If this is supposed to tell you about the past, present, or future, shouldn't it be correct? We're just playing make-believe. Why the fuck am I gonna go to a tea leaf reading to get something that has no right or wrong answers? I know, it's harmless. I truly have no problem with it. It's harmless. Unless, of course, it's being used as a scam, but this just seems like silly fun.
And one of the ones where you really have to trust and work on your own intuition. Lines and dots, because dots indicate like money or abundance of any kind.
Oh!
Circles will indicate like the end of a cycle or completion of some kind, and then dashes will represent opportunities. So personal, professional, whatever that may be for you. And it matters where the lines and dots on the cup are found and what sort of like other symbols are around them. And then you focus on those symbols. You're usually not
Sounds easy
going
enough.
to
That's
see anything
simple.
that is super detailed and specific. It's really about your mind making some connections and the shapes reminding you of different things. And there are tons of resources about the different symbols, so I will link some in the description if you want to get yourself a book or find a website where you can learn about.
I feel like I've walked away with this with invaluable knowledge. Harry Potter prepped me for the idea, and this just drove it home. That's big. That's real big. Catch me reading my fucking tea leaves every day now. Do you have an ornate teacup? Or can you do it in a solo... Do you have to have an ornate teacup, or can you do it in a solo cup? I think it's anything that can hold liquid, right? Well, I guess it needs a handle, too, since that's your gauge on what's past and future. Do a divination with the goof juice right now. Yeah, I'll start doing some deep divinations. I'll do a goof juice reading at some point.